Solar panels are covering more roofs than ever here in Bloomington. As part of a partnership the city has with the Renewable Energy Group, solar panels are set to be installed on 12 homes by the end of this year. Now, as part of our City Limits series, a resident asked us to look into why, with all the city's efforts, IU hasn't followed suit.
In 2017, the city of Bloomington launched a program called Solarize Bloomington, an effort to make solar energy more accessible to its residents. Initially, around 500 residents came to hear about the program. By the end of this year, Bloomington could have over 200 total solar installations. The city took action when it did because of a change in Duke Energy's net metering prices. If panels were installed after December 2017, residents would get less money for the excess energy they delivered to the grid. With renewable energy efforts growing in the city, resident Jake McKinley started to wonder why Indiana University hasn't taken similar initiatives. He works for IU and has had solar panels on his home since 2014.
I think ever since then, when I see roofs, I see opportunities to put up solar panels. And as I go around campus, and especially as solar panels have sprung up all around the city, I just see these empty roofs on campus.
According to IU's most recent sustainability report, there are 4 solar power systems installed on rooftops across the campus. Bloomington has 31 municipal sites with solar installations. The university's decided to take a different approach. IU has focused on energy efficiency first.
The city has, I'm guessing, and I don't work for the city, they have less building infrastructure and less sort of maintenance and upgrades that are possible in terms of energy efficiency. And a lot of those have really, really fast payback financially.
He says this makes sense because the university has over 800 buildings across the statewide system. Predmore says these efforts are paying off. IU's energy use per square foot is about 18% less than it was in 2010.
So all those investments, those are things that people may not notice. They're things like LED lighting, investing in building controls.
In the last year, IU installed a new software called Energy Cap, which monitors the energy performance of all of IU's buildings.
We're really going to be able to look at the performance of our buildings and say, here's an outlier.
The landscape of renewable energy is changing rapidly. Just last month, Duke Energy announced a program where it would lease solar panels out to an organization. Predmore says IU needs to consider programs like this.
There's a lot of change right now and a lot of things that are a lot of new possibilities, and I think IU is committed to exploring those as the financial case looks better and better.
They also agree that IU and Bloomington should partner on sustainability initiatives when possible. While the university is making strides, Predmore acknowledges that for someone like McKinley, who's concerned about climate change, progress might not be happening fast enough. McKinley says renewable energy should be made a priority right now, rather than waiting for when it's most economically beneficial.
That's not necessarily what I see as the end goal. I think even if you can alleviate the electricity costs of a single building, I think that's, in my mind, that's worthwhile.
He says solar panels are an improvement to structures that will eventually pay for themselves. For Indiana Newsdesk, I'm Bente Boutier.
We want to hear your questions about the changing face of Bloomington. You can join the conversation by going to WTIU.org/citylimits to ask your questions about the past, present, and future of the city of Bloomington.